Hey everyone, Andy here, talking about Monaco 2. So in the first devlog, I made this claim. We're going to be using the most mind-blowing procedural generation to build our environments that anyone's ever seen. And that is quite a claim. Can we live up to it? Let's talk about what we're doing with procedural generation in Monaco 2. One of the great things about Monaco 1 was the level design. The devilish traps, the Easter eggs, the environmental storytelling. These things were all central to the experience of the game. But when we made Tooth and Tail, we discovered that procedurally generated levels also emphasized player creativity and improvisation. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually use an editor. But this editor, it doesn't design an entire level, it just designs rooms. So we can design rooms like an entryway. So imagine that this is our entryway. We define the front door right there. Maybe we put a fountain here in the middle. And then we're going to define what I describe as potential portals and the locations for those potential portals here. We're going to define a few of these. So once we've defined a bunch of these rooms, what do we do next? Well, we define what I describe as the graph of the level. Now the graph of the level describes the flow and the general layout. It doesn't describe exactly how it all works, but it does describe the various different regions of the level. So you might start with an entry region here. And that entry region might say, I've got 3 rooms in me, and they can be of these types. We can use this graph in what's called a Markov chain. So what is a Markov chain? A Markov chain is a system in which the next state only depends on the last state. So we have an initial state. The initial state says that we have to have an entryway, and we know what type of room that's going to be. So we have this entryway here with a front door there, and we have a bunch of potential portals coming off of it that look something like that. Well, next, we look down our region list and we say, well, the entryway has 3 rooms in it. We've already used one of them, but we're going to select from amongst the bathroom, the coat closet, the hallway, and the patio. And if you imagine that the patio looks something like this, with potential portals like that, what we can do is we can try and link up each of these patio portals with each of the open portals in our environment. As we continue to describe this environment, this level gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Take a look at this the way a player would see it in the level itself. So here we are spawning next to a car, coming in through a front door, into a room here. There's a small art gallery here. If we follow that through, we get into the guest wing. But instead, we're going to come through this door right here, into an entry foyer. Through here, we've got a hall bathroom. Sneak on through past the laser, and you end up in the gym and spa area. This right here is a little locker room, which leads in through to a pool room. If you make your way up into that weight room, you can see there's actually a side door leading in that way. So you could choose to take that. But instead, we're going to take this door through here, which leads to a sitting room and into the dining wing. This dining wing, if you follow it through, you come out the back side of it. You're going to end up in the kitchen. This here in the kitchen leads to a security door, and that security door leads into the servants' quarters. The servants' quarters are here. Here's a small common area for them. And up through here, we've got the bedroom. And we've got a security room here where they provide security for the mansion. But we could take this little locked door out onto the balcony, through this locked door, into the main living quarters. In these living quarters, you'll find staircases that go further and further up, where the objectives are here and over here. So you could take the route that I chose, or instead, if you were playing a parkour character, perhaps you'd simply climb up that balcony and take a shortcut in. It'll be your choice, and it'll be up to you to analyze the environment, pick your best route, and figure out the heist the way you want to figure it out. Thanks for taking a look at the procedural generation of Monaco 2. And I'll be back soon with another devlog. Thanks.